Hello again, guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel, TheWanderingZimbo. Thank you so much for watching my first video and for asking questions. This video is going to answer some of those questions that you guys asked, as well as other questions that you may not have asked, but that will help you in your future endeavor to either come here and work or when you come and visit. Alright, so let's get started. The first question, actually the first couple of questions are going to be more about teaching English in Thailand. And the very first question is, what qualifications do you need? So, number one, you need a bachelor's degree, preferably in education. That will really set you above everyone else. But if you don't have a bachelor's degree in education, that's not a problem. You can actually get a job with a bachelor's degree in any field. Number two, you need a TEFL certificate. TEFL, what does TEFL mean? TEFL means Teaching English as a Foreign Language. So this certificate has to be a 120-hour on-site certificate. Many employers, I would say maybe 98% of the employers will not accept an online qualification. And number three, you also need a TOEIC score. TOEIC score? No. You also need to take the TOEIC test, right? And when you take the TOEIC test, then you need to get, I would say, a score of 800 and above. But generally speaking, employers ask for TOEFL scores that are 650 and above. But really, if you want to be again above everyone else, then I would suggest really going for it and getting a score that is 800 plus. The maximum that you can get, I believe, is 990. So yeah, if you get 800 plus and the maximum you can get is 990, then do the math, right? You're up there already. Okay, so the next thing that you need is either a neutral English accent or a native English accent. This is very important so that your students will be able to understand you when you speak, because you need to remember that you're not coming to teach English to people who already speak English. This is not the same as teaching English back in Zimbabwe or in South Africa or in other English-speaking countries. So it's very important that you have an accent that is easy to understand, and that when you're teaching your students won't be like, huh, again please, that kind of thing. Yeah, so those are some of the very important things that you need when you're applying for a job. Obviously, you have to create prepare your CV and make it look smart, make it relevant to the job that you're applying to. Experience in teaching English is not absolutely necessary, but of course it will help you get a job. So if you have experience maybe even teaching a different subject, that will help, because then it shows that you've been in a classroom and you know how to manage students and you know how to manage a classroom in general. Another thing that I would advise you to do if you're looking for a job is create a video, just like this one, right? Create a video, introduce yourself, very short, a 1-minute video. So you need to tell them your name, and maybe and when you tell them your name, right? Because here people don't go by their full names really, people go by nicknames. So even though my name is Christine, very few people here will call me Christine. A lot of people just call me Tina. So if you have a long name, one of our long Shona names or long Debeli names that people may not be able to pronounce, or even a long English name, right? Maybe this is the best time to come up with a nickname that you would like people to use when you come out here to Thailand. Otherwise, people will probably just create something for you, and yeah, you may not like it. You may just want to get on it right now and find a nickname that you would be happy with. Okay, so yeah, when you create your video, introduce yourself, tell people your name, where you come from, your educational background, maybe your working experience. Yeah, like anything that you think your employer should know about you, and maybe why they should even hire you in the first place. And this is a good chance to like showcase your accent, as well as like the way you look. I don't know why, but like it's a big deal here, like how the way you look. Employers will always ask you for a photo with your application. They will always ask to see you before like they even offer you a job, kind of thing. So yeah, make sure you look smart for the gentlemen out there. Beards are not really a thing here, so you may have to like shave that off, or maybe like keep it like really low cut. It's the same thing with hair. Just make it look smart. All right. That's all I can say. I can't really tell you how to wear your hair or whatever, but whatever you're going to do, be like, just look presentable. Be presentable. Yeah. What else? So yes, another thing is when is the best time to come and look for a job in Thailand? I would say the best time to come and look for a job in Thailand is at the very beginning of the academic year, and that's like around May. May every year is when the academic year starts. So employers start like recruiting teachers mid-May throughout mid-April throughout May, and even up until like June, like schools are still looking for teachers and stuff. So that would be the best time to come. The thing is, like, when you come, you will come on a 60-day tourist visa. So when you come on a 60-day tourist visa, the whole point is for you to make the most of those 60 days that you have. So you need to come during the peak of the recruitment season. You don't want to come like too early, because then obviously your days are numbered, and you're gonna run out of your tourist visa before you even get a chance to like get offers or like attend interviews or do a demo. Speaking of demos, a demo is when you apply for a job and then they call you in for like an interview / demo. A demo, as the word says, you give like you teach. Like you're gonna teach. You're going to teach as part of your interview. So you're either going to teach to like a classroom of kids, maybe kids that are like on their summer school, or maybe you're going to teach like a classroom of teachers that are going to pretend to be kids, or you're just going to teach to like the head of department, like just one person. But then yeah, you have to like do it in such a way that it feels like you're teaching to a whole class. So I can get into detail about that later on if you guys would like more information about demos and how to do that. Just like leave comments in the comment section below and I'll respond to that. So do come like from mid-April through May and June. And then another good time to come would be like in October, because the second half of the year starts in November. So October and November are also good times to come, even though like there aren't as many jobs as they are at the beginning of the year. And obviously another thing is, before you come, you need to have enough money to survive for, I don't know, I could say 3 months, 4 months, because if you think about it, your visa will be like for 60 days, your tourist visa will be for 60 days, during which you probably will not work. You may get a job within those 60 days, but then it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to start working right away. So you need to take that as you're going on vacation for 60 days. So that's already 2 months, right? So you need enough money to survive for 2 months. And then I would say like an extra month or two. So be prepared to like have money that will last you for 3 to 4 months. That will definitely cover any visa expenses when you get your job, any your accommodation when you get an apartment and you need to pay like 2 months deposit. If you have to travel outside of Thailand again to get like your non-B visa, a lot of times people have had to travel outside of Thailand again, so that they can change from a tourist visa to like what we call a non-B visa, which will allow you to work. So obviously that will cost you money. So these are all things that I can definitely talk about like in future videos, like how it all happens. But yeah, just remember that like the key things that you need when you come out here to look for a job are a bachelor's degree, either in education or in any field. Any field is fine. You need a TEFL certificate, which is a teaching English as a foreign language certificate. This needs to be 120 hours on site. Do not do any online courses because that will not help you. You will need to take a TOEIC test, and for your TOEIC test, try and aim to get 800 plus. The maximum you can get is 990. So yeah, I suggest 800 plus, but a lot of people will tell you 650, 750. But obviously, if you want to increase the chance of getting a job, you need to aim high. Yeah, and obviously, yeah, make a video, your introduction video, your CV, have a photo on your CV, like a passport size photo. Look smart, smile, and yeah, I think that's what you guys need to be on your way to start teaching in Thailand, if that is something that interests you. Another thing is there are a lot of sites that you can use to look for jobs. I will be happy to share some of those sites with you. I'll probably put them in the description box below, as well as where you can get like your TEFL certificate, and if you want to see like how much apartments cost, how much condos cost here, I'll link below a link for that as well. And yeah, I think for now that's what I have for you guys. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you guys again next time. Thank you so much for tuning into The Wandering Zimbo. Bye!